We're going to do the intro. Hey, it's Rebecca Josue Soto. You're tuned into the Married in Real Estate Show, a place where you learn from couples that have created business and a life you love.
We are here today with Tony and Veronica Figueroa. We are so excited to have them with us. And guys, as we mentioned in the caption, they have this year, reached 150. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting my numbers mixed. Josh, help me out with this.
They're right now. They're on track to do over 600 transactions and over $100 million in sales this year alone, guys.
But I gotta start off.
175 million.
175 million. There you go.
Oh my gosh! But before we get into all of that, tomorrow is Halloween, and you guys have some amazing costumes. Oh my gosh!
I love them.
I love it, Vero. You are a queen. And Tony, wow! I love it. I love it. And this is kind of like the best I could do. I didn't really have this planned out yet, but tomorrow we are all going to a costume party, and so it's gonna be on for tomorrow. But welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us. We hope that it's okay to be in character. We had an amazing Halloween potluck at the office, and our amazing team was all dressed up. So we wanted to be in character for them. So we figured if you're going to get us today, you're going to get the Halloween version of us. And my dead king over here. And then I am the queen of crows today for the symbolic reason of a meaning of what crows mean. So I hope it's okay.
Please, and share with us that meaning if you could.
Crows are pretty interesting. They deliver signs of transformation, of messages, of, looking into your future. So if you read up what what crow's medicine or symbolic meanings is, it's actually pretty interesting. So when Tony got me this, because you'll learn it later on, I guess, on the show, that Tony usually picks my costumes or always goes and makes sure he gets everything ready for us. And he's like, I ordered you a costume. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, you're going to be a queen and all this stuff. And he says, I got you all these things. And I was like, oh, crow's queen. I was like, perfect. So, you did good. You did good, babe.
And I know that's true because I was a witness and I saw when you guys were receiving your order and all this stuff, and Tony's managing that. I love that he picked out your costume.
Tony, that was awesome.
He did a phenomenal job.
Great job, man. I love it.
And Tony, I'm loving your king costume as well. Tell us a little bit more about that.
This is a Dead King costume. I mean, I'm not sure. So everyone says I look like the White Walker from Game of Thrones. I guess kind of like this portion, maybe. But yeah, I'm just a Dead King, and this is my princess.
I love it. I love it, guys.
I don't know how you girls do it with the long hair though, because it's just.
Isn't it a drag?
Yeah, I tried eating a meatball earlier, and I kind of swallowed my head.
Yeah, it gets in the darndest places, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So let's get to business. Tell us a little bit about how you've built your team, this empire. And I know that, like everyone else, it starts from humble beginnings, and it's been an evolution of growth. And you guys have done this together. And just tell us a little bit, give us a little bit of background on that.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin. It really starts off with just necessity. I think we've told this before. We just embarked on this to provide for our kids, our family. Tony really was never into the desire that I had for real estate at the beginning, but then he saw my business growing and my necessity of always having to find help. And he was just willing to sacrifice his career and his journey to help my journey. And it became our journey together. And he just said, all right, I'm jumping into real estate with you. I was like, good. I have been trying to convince him for years. And he got his license back in 2009. And ever since then, we've just been doing this team thing together, this brokerage team together, this life thing together, the highs and lows. And it has been more lows than highs, baby girl. It's definitely not what it might appear on paper to just be, a winning season. It wasn't always a winning season. There were more lows than highs for sure, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's been an amazing ride. We've been able to raise our children together. We've been able to build a business that has taught us so much. I mean, we didn't, ever think that we would have the business that we have, the organization that we have. But it wasn't until we were around the right mentors, people who put us under their wing, helped us grow. And that's how we started becoming this new version of ourselves, just by being around great people and bringing people along the ride with us, those who, were a good fit, and just learning a lot about ourselves throughout the process. But it's been such a blessing. And I mean, we retired my parents when I was 35. My children, we were able to vacation with them whenever we wanted. We were able to just vacation together, not worry about if he could take off or I could take off. So that's part of the perks of being married in real estate together, right? You get to, build a business together, enjoy the business together, learn together. And we started off just like everyone else, just trying to sell real estate to provide for our families. And then it just turned into a business, a real business that had an opportunity to grow into something beyond just us, creating opportunities, creating jobs, creating careers. And I think 15, 16 years later, here we are. And we're so blessed. Now we have a team of over 65 people who are amazing. We also have almost 1,000 partners across the country, which has been such a blessing. We've been able to accomplish things that we never even dreamed of. But it's something I wouldn't change for the world. What about you?
Yeah, not at all. I mean, anyone that looks from afar or looks from the outside and thinks that, oh, well, that's super easy. They fell into this, or, real estate, anyone can be a realtor. Anyone can have a team, anyone can do what they're doing. We've heard it all. We've seen it all. And they're right. Anyone can do it. But the fact is only 1% usually does it. It's extremely hard work, and it's long hours, and it's, it's hard on spouses. It's hard on your family. It's just hard on regular life because it never shuts off. There's no after hours talk, like regular talk. Everything is business. And it's for a reason, because most businesses out there that are growing and are innovating and are just very successful, they don't do it part-time. And that comes from, there's no part-time. It's just full-time, no matter what, from sun up to sundown, when your eyes open until your eyes close, and even in your dreams. It's still gonna keep on going. And we've been fortunate enough to have an amazing team and staff behind us through all of our craziness and all of our crazy ideas, Veronica's crazy ideas. And, as you guys know, we've been through a lot. And I know a lot of you guys out there, have seen us go through a lot, but it only gets better. Just can't quit.
Yeah, exactly. I think you really do have to have a true passion for what you're doing. And even with the lows, you're still enjoying what you're doing, because if you didn't like it, or if you weren't cut out for it, you wouldn't be able to stomach all those lows that you go through, right? And that's probably why a lot of people tap out early on.
There are a lot of lows, but I mean, once again, I enjoy it because she enjoys it. And that's the biggest thing right there, is that, I know she said this wasn't my passion at the beginning. My passion is making sure that she's happy in what she does, and making sure that her dreams come true. And I'm there to support her, the kids, our dogs, and, whatever else I can do. And, between our real estate company, mortgage company, and partnership with Title, it's just been an amazing journey, and it's only going to get bigger and better, and not just here in Orlando.
You know, one of the things that you touched on, Tony, that I mean, I've been able to see it for myself is that the support that you have for your wife is it's phenomenal, man. You know, I see how you're able to make sure for both of you guys. You know, I love that. You first of all, you are such a family man. I see how you take care of her. You take care of your family, your kids. You take care of her mom and dad. And to me, that shows the person who you are, Tony. So I can tell you this right now, by you saying that, I truly see that in you as a friend, as a partner, and I admire that about you because you really are an amazing person, a giving person, a loving person. I love how you just stay back. Sometimes you're not a man of many words, but your action speaks for it, and I love that about you, man.
Yeah, we were at dinner last night talking to, with some agents of partners of ours, and they're in a relationship and marriage. And, they were asking us, how do you guys do it? It hasn't always been easy. And, I think we're learning as we continue to grow and again, be around amazing people like you guys who inspire us to be better people, better spouses, understand each other. If you got to know the real and raw Veronica and Figueroa, Veronica and Tony Figueroa, it was sometimes like you needed to wear a shield to be around us because it was not easy. But we're just proud of how far we've come, even just being able to work together. It was a shit show in the past. It really was. And we've really grown. And I think it took a lot of courage to really look within and say, we have a responsibility to get better. We can't be reckless. We have to get better. And I think the beauty of this is that we both have given ourselves permission to grow. We've given ourselves permission to grow not only as business owners, but as a couple and entrepreneurs together, and know like when we set our I do's, we didn't think we were going to be in business together. We didn't think that this stuff was going to be a part of our life. And so we had to learn how to be business owners, spouses, a blended family together, CEOs together, and stay in your lane. No, you stay in your lane, but be a wife, be a husband, do this, have friends, fail in marriage, fail in this, fail in that. And like, it was like all at once. And it was not easy at all. But I will tell you this, I wouldn't change it for the world. We've grown so much together. It's like we grew up together in this marriage of business and real estate together that I am so proud of how I'm getting emotional. I'm so proud of, how we have been able to beat the odds. We have people betting on us from day one to fail. And it's us always striving to say, what did we learn about ourselves? What could we have done differently? What do we need to fix in our personal life so that we can be better for other people, so that we can be better mentors, better spouses, partners, fathers, mothers. And like my coach says to us all the time, real estate isn't who you are, it's what you do to create a life that you want to enjoy and help others. So, when I say this, it's because I want people to know we're not here to tell you like we've got it figured out, because we've never, ever thought we had it figured out. We don't judge anyone. We don't think that we're perfect. We just know that every single day we're willing to outwork anybody. We're willing to work hard for the dreams that we want. And for the first time in a long time, we've put us first. And we're so proud of knowing that you can't invite people over until you fix your own shit. And even in our business, so when we started growing our business was when we really got real and fixing the things that needed to be fixed. And that's how our business grew. So if you're looking to build your business, is you got to own up to some of the things that, you need to fix. And one of the things with us was if we were going to work together, we needed to be better communicators. We needed to be better business leaders together. We needed to figure out who was going to do what, stay in your lane. What is your lane? What are you good at? What are you not good at? And just really support each other in the areas that you are good at. So now we know what's my lane and what's his lane. And it's been humbling and a great experience
during the years. Wouldn't you say? Like, I think I as I hear you, and there's just so much that you just shared with us, but taking it back a little bit, because I think it's very easy, especially with you, Veronica, because you're so in the forefront of everything, and everyone can take a look. They only see that end result, that polished person that we all love and come to know as super knowledgeable, a top producer in the industry, an influencer, inspiring other people, who has definitely tried to take, not tried, but you are in so many different facets right now as you're growing. I'm super proud of you, but you didn't start that way. Everyone started, everyone starts small. But how long have you been in the industry right now?
I have been in the industry going on 17 years full time. And we started off as just me, my first assistant, 6 months later. Then, just as a referral agent here and there. And then the market crashed in 2008. And that's where we had a really big opportunity.
A lot of problems, I'm sure, and opportunity as well. Yes.
Yeah, because before 2008, we had our own little small brokerage because we worked for a brokerage that stole from us, that didn't pay the agents and left a lot of agents hanging. And I always vowed that I wasn't going to be like that. So I needed to, make sure that I was in a place where I could do good business and not worry about, was I going to get paid? So I opened my own little mom and shop. We opened our own little mom and shop brokerage, and it was like we were like rejects. We were like just trying to figure it out. Back then it was still paper files, and it was right off of Cimarron, I remember. And
contracts were still 3 pages.
Yeah, it was the first time we embarked on this brokerage model. And we closed the door. We had to close the door. We're like, we don't know what the hell we're doing. Like, why are we doing this? And I remember shutting the doors and working back out of our living room, and just putting our tail between our legs.
You the whole time? Did he from the start, or did he come in later?
No, he was pretty much too.
Yeah, I was helping. I wasn't licensed. I didn't get licensed till 2009. Okay. And I at that time, I was licensed mortgage broker, and realtor. So we were, obviously we were double dipping, and during that time frame until the market crashed. But I was still helping with especially the REOs after the bubble, driving to Miami, Tampa, Ocala. Like, we had virtual offices everywhere, and we had REO properties everywhere, and I had to do occupancy checks. And me, one of our agents that are still with us, one of our leaders, Harold Torres, driving to Miami, driving to Tampa just to do an occupancy check. Oh yeah, the lights are on. Okay, drive 4 hours back. So we've been supporting. And then finally she convinced me to get my license. I really didn't want it because I've never done sales. I've always had a secure job, a salary, health insurance, and we have 5 kids. If we're both commission, what happens if something, if we don't sell something? So it was very stressful. This whole business is stressful.
Yeah. So in 2000, so it was 2005. I went all in. 2006, you started helping me a little. 2007, I had this real, I remember we went on vacation, and I said, I think the market's changing. I said, I have a feeling something's going to go down. We went on vacation to South Carolina. We took the kids. I remember went to Appalachian Mountain. Was it North Carolina or South Carolina? And then I remember saying to him, because the market was crashing, Rebecca, bad. It was crashing. And I remember saying to him, and this is scary, I said, I think we're going to go bankrupt. And he said, what? I said, yeah, I think we're going to go bankrupt. He's like, no, he's older than me. So he was like, I'm not letting you do that. You've worked so hard. I said, no. This is not your fault. This is a financial decision. This is the industry is like, literally, I have a feeling the market is going to crash. And he says, Veronica, you set us up. Like, no, you work so hard. No. Like, you're going to do good in real estate. I said, no. I think we need to prepare for a market crash. And that's exact, because I started getting short sales. I was like, what is this short sale stuff? And then I would talk to the asset manager, like,
first time I saw a short sale come around, like, what is that? Like,
wow, I'm hearing your story, and it's like in track of a lot of our stories. So I want to hear a little more. Yeah,
and it was crazy because I was like, it's going to take 9 months to get paid. It's going to take 10 months to get paid. And it was just, that wasn't the only reason. I just saw what was happening in the market. And that was truly the real first wake up call that we had in the industry, that we could have just taken the safe route. And we refused to. And I just, was committed to it. And I said, okay, like, it is what it is. Let's figure this out. And we just kept on pursuing whatever real estate looked like at that moment and made some sacrifices. There you go. You saw the Range Rover coming out of your driveway. The bank was taking it. There you go. You gave them the keys to the house. You gave them everything. You went from eating filet mignons to eating ramen noodle soups, and the kids were like, huh, what's going on? We're like, we got to make some sacrifices, baby.
Yeah.
And it was
just, all of that. I'm going to stop right there because Josh and I were in the industry at the same time, and we were going through some of the same things that you're detailing. So you're saying this, and I'm like, my God, we were all going through the same thing. I remember everyone had a Hummer, and all of a sudden I looked around, I'm like, where are the Hummers? Where did they go? The wrapped cars, the wrapped Mercedes, like everyone, it was crazy because the market was so hot and there was so many people buying and selling and equity was like through the roof. And so everyone was getting super creative, opening up new businesses. And it was a crazy time in our industry. And there was a lot of sharks out there. There was a lot of people doing crazy things out there. And all of a sudden, when it crashed, it was like, where to go? Where's everyone? Hello.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, we were in the industry as well, and we were struggling as well. And you're right, ramen noodle soup, and the kids are like, "Hey, Mom, what's for dinner?" And you're like, "Rice and tuna." Like, rice and huevito frito. Like it was pretty tough times for us here as well. And for us, we did try to hold out as much as we could. And I remember, like, we would have our clients lined up and we'd have our sales, and all of a sudden a client would call and say, I just got laid off. And another, I just got laid off. And it just kept happening over and over. And I was like, how are we going to pay the bills this month?
And I remember those REO days, when we had the same thing, Tony, we had the same thing, REO. I was actually the one out doing the cash for keys and all this. Yeah, I remember those days, man. You just brought back a lot of memories, and just to hear your story, and let's just dive a little deeper in, what happened after all this. Let's move forward now.
Oh man, even after all this,
to continue working, or how did you get through that time?
Oh, we got through it because I said, babe, we're going all in. I was like, the market's crashing. Now's when we go all in. He's like, what? This doesn't make sense. And we actually took the little bit of money we had left. I borrowed money. I did whatever we had to do. And we went to Texas, and we
went to the 5-star.
We would go to every 5-star conference, and we were shaking hands to every asset manager that who would pay attention to us. And we met some amazing people who gave us an opportunity. And I used to always just be like, hi, I'm Veronica. Hi, Veronica. You need to know me. I'm your girl from Florida. And they're like, what's your experience? I was like, of course we have experience. I was just like, spitting that game. And I met one asset manager who pretty much, I would say, he changed my life. He gave me a shot, introduced me to so many other asset managers. And we just went in there and we're like, we're going to own Florida, like move over. They said that there's only certain people who have this account. I think at the time it was Dorothy Busey, George Philbeck, Jeffrey Perry. At the time, they were the ones who had all the assets. And I was like, well, they better move over and make room for one more because I'm coming. And I remember the asset manager who gave me the account. He was like, it's between you and them. I was like, give me one shot. That's all I want. One shot. Gave me the shittiest house you could ever think of. I never forget where that house was. I drive by it still to this day. It's on Hyde Park off of Hall, over by Aloma. Off of Hall. That house was to this day the worst house we've ever walked in. We had to gut that house, and the asset managers were like, all right, we're going to give you a house, see how you can handle it. And they were like, you can fund the repairs and everything and get everything done. And I'm like, yeah. I said yes. Tony was like, why are you saying yes? We can't. I was like, oh, we're going to figure out how. I was like, because we got to feed our kids. I was like, and if we just get this one account, I'm pretty sure they're going to give us more. And it was so funny, Rebecca. Like, I was calling cousins, kins, you name it. I was like, all right, we need to rip this drywall out. We need carpet. and I need to pay for this. So we're doing this on a dime. And it was just so much fun to just look back now and remember that story. I became a professional REO agent that day. And I became a GC. I became a stager. I was like the general contractor for everything. But that account gave us so many opportunities. And next thing you know, we were running teams across the state at the time, like you said, Miami. And then when the market started shifting again, we noticed and we looked up that there were really not a lot of agents dominating in our community that were putting in the muscle, like the work. So we started getting involved in everything, the community, everything you could think of. We were there with our big tent. We were there doing everything you can think of, pumpkin patches, Oktoberfest, festivals, you name it. Everybody, you see realtors try to catch up with us, but they'd only do things like one time. It was like one hit wonder type things. We were like consistent. Like, you can't outwork me. Let's go. You can't outwork me. And you might have more experience than me, but I got more hunger than you. So for me, it was like, I'm willing to do what most people weren't willing to do. So during the crash, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna open a storefront. I'm gonna open my own spot. Like, we're going to open a boutique. And he's like, wait, that doesn't make sense either. Right. I was like, don't worry, we'll figure it out. And he was like, okay, so long as you got a plan. I was like, I feel like I'm following my intuition. And that little boutique ended up being one of the best moves that we ever made. And it was just a lot of fun to just, see all these, visions come to life. And then we just became a community, like, ambassador. We just were willing to work so hard in our community. Then we started realizing, what if we built teams? What if we just start bringing people on? And then we bought our Remax franchise, and then the rest was history. Yeah, I can go on and on and on.
Girl, I'm loving it. Keep going. So I'm getting from you, first, you're all in. You're driven. You are, nobody's going to work harder than you. And it's not to think that you're better than anyone else, but you just were hungry and you were going to do whatever it took to succeed. And that's what leaders do. And you weren't going to quit. And you were going to go all in during a time where everyone's going bankrupt.
Mm-hmm. And everybody has a level of how they work. It wasn't that I'm going to work harder than anyone. I didn't think they worked hard. I was like, if there were 7 festivals, I was going to create the 8th one because I needed to be in front of more people, because I needed to just be able to have a consistent plan of, opportunity to be in front of what is our number one asset, people who know, like, and trust you. So we were willing to do the things that, felt uncomfortable at the time. And it was a lot of discomfort, but it was worth it.
Well, discomfort brings growth. Always remember that. And that intuition that you guys took and that drive to continue succeeding even through the hard times, that was a lot of that we had gone through, man. And I tell you, I seen it a lot in you. I see that you guys, man, when there's an Avalon event, Figueroa Team tent is the biggest one there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been there. It's like half a block almost. That's not even counting when Tony pulls up with the trailer. That's more added on.
The consistency.
And there were many, listen, let me be real. There were many fights about it too. Cause I'm like, hey, I signed us up for this event. He was like, can we enjoy a vacation when, can we, babe, you deserve a 4th of July off. I was like, no days off. No days off yet. And he was like, when are you going to enjoy this? And when are we going to be able to?
There's still no days off.
And he said, he says,
every idea, every week she has a different idea. And there's nothing wrong with that, obviously, because her ideas have gotten us where we're at today. And she's going to continue to have an idea every single day. And that's what keeps us ahead of everybody else. Because some people have an idea, they say they're going to execute. When they finally execute, we're already like maybe 20 ideas ahead of that. So we just keep going and going and going and going. And once again, that's mostly because of the people that we surround ourselves with. And not just here in Orlando, we surround ourselves with people all over the nation. And that's how we continue to grow and learn from these people.
And there were times we didn't agree on them too, where, right? I mean, I signed us up for something that was going to compromise our quality of life. And I had to deal with the consequences of that. I had to deal with the repercussions that came along with that, even with our kids. Like, poor kids, they didn't get to enjoy days off sometimes too, because where were we? Working. So, I mean, I'm so grateful that he put up with me so many years doing that. Now we don't do as many now.
Well, because of COVID.
Yeah.
But COVID wasn't here, we would have done probably 30 events already.
Yeah.
That is so true. That did
That's
kind of
so
put a
true.
slowdown on all the traveling, all the extra events that you probably went to. But I think, you know, I always say, first of all, when you're doing what you'll love, you'll never work a day, right? So it always feels like you're doing something fun because you're enjoying it. And sometimes it's a little bit of a sacrifice if both isn't enjoying it quite as much. But through it all, you guys have grown together. You've created this wonderful home, a wonderful life, an amazing team. And so now you're reaping the rewards where you could probably, not that you're going to slow down, but if you wanted to, you could, or you could just change the dynamics.
Yeah.
Because now it's not so much you having to be the transactional person, but you're leading that team, leading that group of people, inspiring and being able to perhaps venture off onto other avenues that you were probably considering. So I know that you guys have some other works in the deal. Your outfit today is so fitting, as you are also the queen of teams. Tell us a little bit about the new adventures that you guys are embarking on.
You know,
we can't tell you all of them.
On camera right now. You know, I think going back to what we were sharing how we got here, right? That's not what we still do to this day, but if you look back on the memories of what we had to do to build what we are today. But now we're just so excited about the next chapter of our lives being enlightened and opened up to a new world that our mentors have helped us in seeing business completely different, balance. And now, you know, we are looking for that freedom. We are looking for a world that is going to give us an opportunity to enjoy our grandchildren, which we have our first grandchild being born in January. So, you know, just seeing what that world is going to look like for us. You know, now the modern teams, right? Now we have partners all over the country and we want to show them how they can duplicate success, right? Now finding leaders on our team who can take over the team and run the team and let them use their creativity and their energy to maybe change the dynamic of what our team is going to look like. Now, hopefully opening up in other countries and, you know, really bringing our passion for teams into the mortgage world, into the title world. So we've just been able to now look at things from a more mature perspective. But it, you know, you never forget how you got there, what you were willing to do. And then you take a piece of that and apply it to this new world that you're embarking on. And when we were approached not too long ago about writing a book, you know, I was like, what am I going to teach? They were like, you're like the queen of Zillow and the queen of teams. I was like, who said that? They were like, that's how we're dubbing you, because you're like willing to roll up your sleeves and, you know, go to battle with people and do what you've got to do in this industry, even if it's something that most people don't agree with or aren't willing to accept or embrace. I was always willing to do that. And Tony was always super supportive of that. And when we were given this opportunity to write the book, you know, we share our journey of how we built a team, how the team almost imploded, how the team has evolved, how it's changed, how it will continue to grow no matter what. And you stay the course. And we're excited about sharing that journey because it's going to break down lessons. It's going to break down experiences. It's going to break down education, things that people should be doing, things they shouldn't be doing, and hopefully inspire people to go and build their own empire. Because this is not me, the queen of teams, thinking I'm the queen of teams. It's how we became a team and all the lessons that we learned. And if you know the story of Queen Elizabeth, which she's my favorite, you know, he gets tired of me saying it. She was willing to be a rebel. She didn't want to be the queen that said you just have to marry a king and get pregnant. She was willing to go in the front line of defense with her warriors and soldiers and be in the front line battle. And I love that story. And so we were writing this book and talking about it, you know, a lot of that played influence into it. And just being able to be different and daring to be different no matter what. And just having a passion and a purpose for what you do. So that's where this book came about. So I'm excited that it's coming soon.
We are excited for you. I know you'll be releasing that information, how they can get their hands on that book whenever it is available. And I'm sure there'll be probably a podcast and other things that come with it. Are you able to share that?
I think that we're still figuring out some of that. together. Like, we're still trying to figure out, because also, Rebecca, I'll be honest, like, it's not cool anymore to me to feel like I have to do it all alone or, do everything. So now it's like I'm being a lot more selective as to what I say yes to. So, if it's going to take up time away from us, and the little bit of time we have, I'm also making smarter choices of like, what am I going to say yes to? Is it going to pull me away from the things that are important right now? So there is something coming. It's just got to be something that's not going to put too much pressure on me, because that's where he protects me. He's like, put on too much on your shoulders. And as you get older, you start being a little bit more selective with your time. So yes, there is some stuff coming.
I love it. And, honestly, we have such a blessing here. I know that for those people who are in real estate, often they want to have a partner, a spouse that is working in the industry together with them, especially because of the long hours, because of the inconsistency of the paycheck sometimes. And so to have a partner that understands that, or understands the calls coming in at all hours, because we don't work 9 to 5. So we are blessed when we have that relationship together. And this is what I wanted to bring this show about, is so that other people can see how other couples are making it in this industry. So I'm so excited to see your book later of The Queen of Teams, and ours is available as well at marriedinrealestate.com. We talk about our journey as we met each other, from the time we met each other through all the way through now, the pandemic. And we talk about some of our struggles that we've gone through. And so I can relate to a lot of what you've gone through. Our stories are very different. So you'll get to read more about mine in my book. Register, marriedinrealestate.com. But I want to say it is such a blessing to have a partner that looks out for you, that is taking care of you, and probably just kind of noticing those little details that sometimes when you're on the go, you're running, you're not taking into full account all the different things that could happen, and that person is there to kind of offset whatever little weaknesses that we have. We each have our strengths, and together we're just a powerhouse. And so I'm really excited about you guys. I love the friendship that we have had, the opportunity to partner together, because we help to level each other up, and so I think it's important to surround yourself. Like you said, you guys have surrounded yourselves with a lot of successful people, and not just real estate people, just successful people in general, and people that are where you want to be, that helps you to model after whatever that is, right? So it's up to us to surround ourselves with those people. I'm grateful to have you guys as friends. I feel like you're like a sister and a brother to me, and I'm very grateful for you guys. I don't know, Josh, how do you feel?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly feel the same way, man. And, it's hard for me to even say that, we're blessed to have you guys as partners, because I don't see it like that. I see more like, we have a second family here. Just this time that we've been able to spend together this last year, just really dive deep and get to know one another and understand how this is all going to work out, and continue growing together and learning off each other. And beyond that, it's been a blessing for me and my family, and just to see your family, how wonderful they are and how loving they are and how well involved they're in the business. To me, that was so cool to see how your kids are so dive deep. They understand what mom and dad are doing, and they're diving into that business and helping you guys continue progressing. That way they can slowly integrate themselves into the business. So,
and I have to add too that, sometimes you have to make these short-term sacrifices for that long-term goal. Mm-hmm. And so based on whatever that goal is for you guys, and we talk about that as well. So we sacrificed a lot of family time as well. And I think that's important in anytime that you're starting to build a business, is that you have to be willing to make some sacrifices. And that might mean missing Little League baseball one day, and so, you do your best to balance that family, so that it's not too bad. But there are going to be some sacrifices, or there'll be some tag teaming. You'll go tonight, I'll go tomorrow night. And so compromising, right? And so I love that you talked about communication, because it is so important to keep those lines of communication open. I think that is one of the things that if you don't have good communication going back and forth, then it's going to be a struggle in that partnership, in that relationship, in that business, right? So
I mean, I think, there's so much of our journey that we probably haven't shared. And, we just want people to know that it's not easy, but it's worth it. And I think that if you really put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. One of the things that I didn't mention is like, I love seeing Tony lead now his mortgage team. Like, and I was always the leader of our team, but now he's leading a big pillar of our next chapter that I'm super, super excited to see him lead. And I kind of stay in my lane now with that. Every once in a while, I try to like get in where I can fit in and be like, what's going on over there? And he's like, you've taught me, or you coach. I'll ask you when I need to ask you a question. But it's fun to watch his leadership in his building his now baby, which is his team, which is really, really I would say a remarkable story, because he grew this team during COVID. Yeah. And I love seeing this come to life now. And I'm super proud of him, which I always got all the credit, but reality is I would never have been able to do this without his support, from how he has helped hold down the fort with the kids. You guys know I eat very, very well because my husband is like a gourmet chef. He's always taking care of people. But now that I see him taking care of his team is pretty cool too. And seeing that come to life. And hopefully I could just be the one, hopefully supporting on the back end always. And, maybe
Yeah, I have gotten to see that how his team loves him. They respect him, and how the same culture that you guys have created with the Figueroa team, I see it in the U.S. mortgage side of it. I'm just being around them. I haven't been around them that long, but I can see it the times that I have been around it. So it's pretty amazing, when you have leaders that can lead each other in that same sense and still understand two separate different entities and still be able to control and have that same culture. That's, you can't duplicate something like that. Let's just say that, So
well, follow her lead on the USA Mortgage side, and to help build with that. And of course, she had a lot of influence on that as well. And some of the big players that we're bringing on board, we're going to be close to about 10 LOs by the end of the year. We currently have 5. In the next week or so, we're probably going to have 8. It is growing, and we are getting some, like I said, pretty big players in the industry coming on board. And, it was easy to fit the culture into the Figueroa team because, she has that model down pat. And, it's not that I had to recreate anything, honestly. It was just like family, bringing more family members in, like adopting more brothers and sisters, and putting them right in the mix with the rest of our family here at the Figueroa team. And they're doing amazing. They really are. And I'm talking people that have been in the industry for a week, and some of them for 18 years. So it's definitely going well, and it's only going to get better and bigger. And
can we admit that it was also scary too, to do yet another thing that it was still scary, because it was like, what are we signing up for again? I'm like, are we sure we want to do this? Sure, why not? Like, oh, are you sure? And but I'm so proud that we did it. It was just like our time, and he's just doing an amazing job. So yeah, to be continued.
I love it. It just seems like it's always a work in progress, and you're always evolving. And I think that's what keeps you relevant. That's what keeps you on top of the market, on top of the industry. And you guys are always looking to continue innovating yourselves. And that's one of the things that I love about you most. And of course, you're great people. That I love more than anything else. But the fact that you guys are so driven, and you're blessed to have each other. And like any team, you can't do it alone. You really can't do it alone. And they say you want to go fast, run alone. And if you want to go farther, do it together. So, I think that together we do it better. And I want to thank you guys. Do you have any closing words?
I just want to thank you guys for giving us an opportunity to be here and being such amazing leaders and inspiring so many people. And, I see some of our team members on the chat, like obviously commenting, and honestly, this wouldn't have
they're texting as well.
I wouldn't be able to finish this off with saying that they really are the true heartbeat of our success. Yep. Every single one of them who at some point has trusted us with their career, whether they're with us today or not, on our team. You know, for us, it's just been an honor to be able to be where we're at today, knowing that every single person played a major role in our success in where we're at today. So when people say that, you know, we sold 600 homes or we're going to sell 600 homes, we did it together with amazing people. And if you're looking to build a team or build a business, you know, just surround yourself by great people and thank those who maybe helped you into the journey, even if they're no longer with you.
Whether good or bad, because
Yeah.
they all shown us some sort of lesson. Whether they burned us and stabbed us in the back, doesn't matter. They showed us, they helped us grow from that.
Exactly.
And I'm okay with that. And hopefully, you know, they're doing great on their side, wherever they're at. But that's only helped us get better.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're never going to get better unless you go through these trials and tribulations. And once again, like she said, the family we have that supports us, that has been with us for many of them for, like Harold, like 12, 13 years, Rich and Jenny, you know, of course, our son, Shaheem, you know, our kids are now coming on board with us and helping us at our office as well. And we love that. There's no way we could do this without the people that surround us right now. And yes, our circle has gotten smaller, but it's gotten smaller with the right people. And we're okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, I would just say, you know, just be that person that's willing to learn from your experiences in not only marriage, but in business. And that's what we strive to do every single day. So I wish everybody the utmost success who's watching this. And if you're thinking about being married in real estate, you got great mentors here who can help you in Rebecca and Josue. So thank you guys for everything you've done.
And we're learning from other couples who are the best, like yourself. Thank you so much for sharing your heart, for sharing your life. We look forward to your book when it comes out. We're so proud of the successes you guys have been and definitely proud to be on this journey together with you guys. Your costumes are amazing. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Halloween.
I was supposed to wear this wig, but it got hot. So, you know.
Yeah, we love you. And honestly, I see Shaheem responding there. Shaheem, we love you. We love your growth and continue aligning yourself with your leaders that are around you, including those beautiful parents that you have next to you. And, you know, you guys, thank you so much.
So many nuggets that were shared here. It's definitely worth rewatching. So if you're catching the replay, I mean, this was a good one. So thank you for being our guest. Thanks to everyone for watching. And until the next time, see you next time. Bye-bye.